Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I am working on some farm themed items. This is kind of a sneak peek into the journals that I'm coming out with in my shop soon this week. But today I am going to be altering these bingo cards to go in those journals, and then I also wanted to show you the little fabric ruffles that I made. I'll have 3 sets of these up in my shop, but they are made from a vintage like scrap quilt that's kind of a farm theme. And the quilt, it was just a quilt topper that I had found at an estate sale, and it was just a piece that it looked like whoever made it had cut it up themselves. And here is a part of it. I've been cutting it up, but it was a pretty decent sized piece. It has all kinds of cool vintage fabrics in it. It has this piece here throughout that is a farm theme, and I love it. I use this on the covers of my journals, and then I've been cutting it apart to make these ruffles, and then I may cut them apart and make just journal covers that you can buy in my shop. So if you do not follow me, like my Etsy store or my Instagram, you might want to do that. Favorite my shop in Etsy. That way whenever I list things, you will get notified. So for today, just wanted to let you see these fun ruffles. You can use them on scrapbook pages or journal pages. There will be 2 that are approximately 1 foot. They're different each, they're about the same, but some of them are a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. And you'll get one that is the blue gingham and one that is the red gingham, and then the fabrics are all different because it was a scrap quilt. So super fun to use on your pages. I will be using a couple pieces of the ruffle on these tags, and I have pulled together some items that I want to do for each tag. I have this fun gingham napkin that I'm going to Mod Podge onto the bingo card. I have these horse cards that I'll be adding on here, as well as the ruffle, and then I pulled out my vintage buttons, so I might use a couple of these on here as well. And then for the tools, I have scissors, a paintbrush, some Mod Podge. This is an outdoor kind, but you can use the regular kind. I just have this because it was on clearance. And then I have some tacky glue as well. And if you hear my air conditioner go on and off, that's because it's kind of warm here and I need it to be on. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Altering bingo cards is really fun, and you can just do whatever you feel like doing. I wanted to alter these because this one in particular has some stainage on it, so I'm going to be covering that up with all my different elements here. And yeah, they're fun to add into junk journals just as an ephemera piece, and they're pretty easy, and you can pretty much do whatever you want to do on them, and they look pretty cool. So what I'm going to start with is my napkin, and if you have a piece of napkin that you're using, make sure that you just have one layer. I'm going to take this white piece off so we won't use that, and then I'm going to try and play around with what I want to do. I think this is how I wanted to do it before. Just kind of stick that in there and then add a few buttons at the top. So that's what I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is Mod Podge this down at the bottom. I'll go ahead and clip this off since I don't need the whole piece. And I'll go ahead and do it on both of these. I'll kind of do them together. So if you do not follow me over on Instagram, I just posted pictures of the 2 journals that I made that are the farm theme. One of them is using a vintage little golden book, and it's called Animals on the Farm, I believe. Really cute little golden book. And then the other one is using Adventures in the Country Bobbsey Twins, an old vintage book. I think was from the 60s. I actually think both of the books were from the 60s, so this is a super fun book. They both have the scrapbook paper, the new farm scrapbook paper from Michaels, the Hot Buy. So that, I love it. It's an adorable paper pad. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Mod Podge down here. A thin layer at first. Be careful not to grab your napkin with your... And go ahead and stick that down. Now you can leave it like this, or you can add the Mod Podge on the top. I think I'm going to do that. Just gives it a different look. So the journals that I made, the farm themed journals, they both have 2 signatures with a 2-inch spine on them. And then I just filled them up with the fun scrapbook paper, and then I had lots of different farm vintage book pages and ephemera. I had some different playing cards that were farm themed. I did stitching and everything, so they're fun. All right, put this one down here. I think this is pretty thick Mod Podge, and I'm not sure if it's because it's exterior or if it's just older. Just is thickened up over time, but that's okay. I mean, I could add water to it, but that's fine. And I kind of like that it's kind of moved the napkin around so there's a little bit of texture. You just want to be careful not to rip it, but if you do, it's no big deal. Okay, so I think I'm going to go take these to my hair dryer, or if you have a heat gun, you can use that to dry it real quick, and then I will be right back. All right, so they're not completely dry yet. They're a little bit tacky, but that's fine. I can move on with what I'm doing here. Okay. So now I think I want to go ahead and, let's see, lay this out a little bit more. I'm going to leave some of this hanging up here, kind of like the tassel on a tag. And then I will trim off the stuff at the bottom. You wouldn't have to, but I want to. And then I'll just nestle that card right in there. So I'm just going to put this down like that with the glue. You could actually use this as like a belly band for a tuck spot, but I want to glue mine down. And then I'll add some glue under here for the ruffle. You could totally sew these on, but since I already have it sewed at the top, I didn't want to add another stitch on that. This one, I think I can just go all the way to the edge like that. I wouldn't have to trim off much. Trim that down there, and then glue this one down. I love these cards too. The back has the horseshoes on it. I just thought they were adorable. I found them at a rummage sale. Really cute. It was a whole pack of just horses. Down there. This one's a little bit longer. So let's see. All right. And I'll trim off this down here. And I'll put a little bit of glue down at the bottom where the stitch is so that it doesn't unravel, just a tiny bit. Kind of blend it in there. All right, and lastly, I want to add some buttons. I have this little jar of vintage buttons. That one's kind of cool. Look at that. Add that there. I didn't know I had those. That's pretty cool. Those are cute. There's some little red ones here. Add one of those up there. See if I can find another bigger red button. Here's one. Oh, same kind. Perfect. Oh, that was supposed to be red. Do I want red or do I... Yeah, I want red. Oh, there's another one. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so... I love these Santas. I think I got these... I'm not sure where I picked the... I think a friend gave these to me, but it looks like, look, there's a third one in there too. I think a friend gave me this bag and I just emptied them into the jar and I didn't really have time to look through them because I was putting my craft room together. But so fun. Okay. Now I'm just going to glue these down here. At the top. Need a little bit of time to dry before you can actually stick them in your book. And if you're worried about them coming off, I mean, this tacky glue holds pretty well, but you could use E6000 or hot glue would work as well. All right. So there they are, guys. Super fun, easy little altered bingo card. I'll kind of stick this, maybe I'll trim this off here. There we go. Just a fun addition to add into your junk journal. You could add some journaling on the back or a picture, add some more, add some more paper, and of course you need to wait, just like that. Okay, so these will just stay, I'll let them dry probably overnight or later tonight and stick them in. I might try to take some of that off. Or maybe I'll add a button. I think I'll add a button down there because there's this discoloration or staining or something on there. Let's see. Maybe a little white button. And I'll do the same over on this side. That's fine. Alrighty. I really like that opaque button. There seemed to be another one of those on here though. That's okay. Alright. Glue, where'd it go? Here it is. Alright. Put that down here. And then cover this one up. Okay, all finished. Hope you enjoyed this quick little craft with me video here. Go ahead and check out my Etsy shop. These items will be up soon as I'm done with my farm journals, which I'm almost done. I'm just filling up the pockets and everything, and then I'll need to film flip throughs, and then they will be up. So I'll have some of these. I might make some journal covers, just the covers, or just cut the pieces if you want to purchase just a piece of this. It's just a lovely vintage quilt topper. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.